day. Another expensive fueling. What's going on? All my drivers is going on. It's D. I'm back again. Out here putting some diesel in. Man, when they gonna put the diesel prices down? I wonder when they're gonna do that for us. About 6:30 in the morning. I'm already loaded with 3 cars. About to pick up 3 more down the road. Drop those off at the auction. And then from there, head out to Mass. When they gonna drop them diesel prices, y'all? When they gonna drop it? Look at that. Cheapest right now, $4.89. I'm still pumping. I got them 2 tanks. One right there, one back there. When they gonna start looking out for us? We need some help. Send the National Guard. Shit, send some EBT, send some wicks, send something. Oh man. Another day, another feeling, but we gotta keep pushing. Only the strong will survive right now. You know? And as long as you stay loaded like that, that diesel price ain't gonna matter. Alright, so y'all get an idea of how much I put in fuel daily. This is $178 worth of fuel, 36 gallons. I have 72 gallons on my truck. There I have a 50 gallon tank there, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 72 or 74. I keep forgetting the specs, but the 52 there and then 22 here. This is all the diesel I used yesterday because I keep my truck full on a day-to-day basis. And I moved 19 cars yesterday. You know, 19 cars, made the truck grossed over $2,000. And then I reloaded again at the end of the day so you can have an idea of what the take home is. I didn't go anywhere that involved using tolls because I'm local. So you can have an idea of what the money's looking like out here. Them diesel prices ain't stopping nothing. Ain't stopping a thing. Got both tanks full. Usually that back tank don't ever get to that F fully. But it is what it is. Got 521 miles. We averaging 7.7. We ain't slowing down in no high fuel time. We gonna keep running. Cause the money is still out there. Just gotta manage it right. Come on, man, let's get it. The rise in gas prices, there's a rise in need for Teslas. And look what we call it today. Trucker Teslas, which I don't really like them. And it proves my point because these 2 right here, this one and this one, they moved the damn cars after I found them. So I had to go around looking for these cars after I found them with no trackers. And again, same thing I keep saying, these Teslas don't got no beep beep beep. So I had to walk around looking for these cars on this windy day. It's beautiful as it looks. But we're loaded. Gonna hit the road, got a 3-hour drive to drop them and then reload. See y'all over there. Alright. We out here at good old CarMax. And these boys don't open till 10 o'clock in the morning. And right now it's 6:33 in the morning. Look at that. Good old CarMax. They gotta get it together. They gotta help your boy out so I could go ahead and get these cars. One good thing about this though, I got them keys. My cars are already pulled. I ain't gotta wait 4 hours for them to open up. I could just go ahead and do my thing. That's what I love about being local. I could go ahead and just get in and out of most places. I ain't gotta wait for them to be open. I could just hit somebody up. They go ahead and get them keys for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these 2 cars. I already got one on top. I got them already remote started. I got that Odyssey right there and the Explorer behind it. Gonna take them about 70 miles down the road before I go into New York. Yeah, today should be a decent day. Let's get to it. And just like that, we're loaded. Grab those 2 real quick. Did what I had to do. Yep, see them? They're good to go. Today, I'm on fast mode because I got a doctor's appointment later this afternoon for a physical. You know, gotta make sure we healthy. It ain't a DOT physical, just a regular physical to make sure everything going good with me. That's one thing as men, we gotta take care of ourselves, even if it's one of the hardest things we gotta do. I know a lot of us are scared to go to doctors, but me, my wife be on my case. She makes sure I take care of myself. So, you know, I'm rushing today. I'm trying to get things done. Got my first 3 loaded, about to go drop them. Then from there, I gotta go pick up 2 just across the border in New York to bring back. And today should be a quick little 7-hour day for me. Nothing crazy. I do love this local stuff for that specific reason. I can make quick little runs like this and still schedule things during my days that will allow me to complete things during the week. You know, being OTR, I wouldn't be able to go to a doctor's appointment on a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? I would have to kind of take a week off, come home during downtime, schedule things. This way I can make some money, still get things done in my life, and spend time with the people that matter. You get me? Let's get it. All right, my transporters, I'm here. About to drop these 3 cars I got on the back of the truck. Came at the perfect time. They just opened, gate is sliding open. Yeah, I like it. I ain't gotta leave them outside and drop no keys. I could just give them their cars and be out. But on the way down here, I was talking to my right-hand man, my business partner, and we think we're gonna make a move on a $20,000 truck, which I'm gonna put right here so y'all can see. He found a little $20,000 2019 International, low miles for the year, day cab, and we think we're gonna grow the fleet and try something different along the lines with him driving it. Go ahead and put that truck back in the ports, which is where we started our journey as owner-operators. And, you know, we were just chopping it up about that. My thing is, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think, because the only thing we're on the fence about is it's an International with an International motor. And as many of y'all know who's in the trucking industry, International got a bad reputation from that Max Force days of engines having issues. And, you know, we've done our research on this 826 motor. Seems to be a pretty good motor. You know, there's a lot of comparisons to the Cummins ISX. However, you know, when you don't know about a motor, it's a little nerve-wracking, especially with my boy. He went through a lot. Since he's going to be the driver of that truck, he went through a lot with his last truck, with the DD13, and we know a lot about the DD13. So for that motor to let him down the way it did back then, it's nerve-wracking to want to jump in something that you're not too familiar with. You know what I'm saying? But for 20K, it's like one of those things that, what y'all think? Should we just take a risk on it? At 20K, we could probably make that money back in a month. You know, gross that money back in a month. You know, after all expenses, you might see 10 to 12 for the month. So you figure if we put all the money in the truck, 2-3 months, you can pay that 20K off. You know, but is the truck gonna run 2-3 months is where the question comes in. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. The truck is a pretty looking truck. I'm not a fan of the color. I'll put it back in here so y'all can see. But I'm just not a fan of the color itself. But, you know, he said something to me that makes a lot of sense. The road to success is not about what you want, but about what you need to get the job done. And that's golden right there, you know. So it may not be the truck that necessarily want, but it may be the truck that you need, cheap enough, the specs can handle 80,000 gross in a port. You know, we researched the heck out of this truck, and this truck was designed for port work, short haul, regional work, which is all that we're gonna do being local. And it's fuel efficient. You know, the motor is quiet. It don't sound as aggressive as some of the other motors out there, but it's a lightweight motor that is made to save on fuel. There's not much inside the truck that, as far as tech is concerned, is just like a work truck. You know, so we've been chopping it up, and it's like, hey, you know, it may not be what we want, but it could be what we need to start building our fleet up and, you know, getting the semis on the road and doing what we need to do, building up that side of things. And who knows, maybe I park this up and just jump back in a full semi. Because I ain't gonna lie, I love the car hauling, but I don't like being out here in the cold strapping nobody's car down. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm getting tired of that. But the money's here. You know, I go where the money's at. And if it makes sense, we buy a couple of these trucks, put some drivers in it. I keep doing what I'm doing. He drives one of the trucks and we run it up, you know. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Anybody that has knowledge on these internationals, y'all chime in. Y'all let me know. Is it a good motor, that 826? Is it reliable? How many miles can we get out of it? Because according to the web search we did, you can get 1 million too. They also said the same thing about the Cummins. However, a lot of people with Cummins could tell you, by 700,000, you got to do that in-frame. You know what I mean? So, does it make sense? But y'all let me know. Let me go ahead and drop these cars off. I'll check back in with y'all in a bit.